Hi class, this is Laura Miller reporting back to you on the Analyze Improve phase of our Six Sigma project. A quick recap of the problem I chose to tackle was accumulation of clothes and shoes on the floor, bed, and hamper area of my bedroom. My goal was to put away clothes and shoes in their designated areas every day. Therefore, my specification is successfully putting away my clothes and shoes each day. After I introduced my improvement efforts, the question is, was the process achieved or was it not achieved? The method of data collection that I chose during the measure phase was a basic calendar to track reasons why I did not achieve my goal. Therefore, I was tracking reasons for nonconformities, and I did this for 22 days. During my improve phase, I chose to keep the same method to collect data for nonconformities. It worked well enough during the measure phase. I didn't see any reason why to change it during my improve phase. And I tracked this data for 28 days. During my measure phase, my results for nonconformities, I put into a stacked bar chart here. The main reasons why I was nonconforming on my days was because of wash, because I was tired, or because that I was lazy. And for the shoes, I chose to use a Pareto chart to display my data. And the main reasons why I did not conform on any given day was because I was on autopilot, because I was airing out my shoes, my workout shoes, that I was tired, or that I was lazy. You'll see that some of these reasonings overlap between both the shoes and the clothing. Now, a chart I chose to create for this oral report was a cause and effect chart, because I wanted to dig a little deeper to the reasons behind the nonconformities. And so from the previous, you see that my main four reasons is autopilot, tired, laundry, and lazy. Now, for being tired, I'm physically exhausted at the end of the day, and I'm waiting until the end of the day to put any clothes away. For autopilot, I really had no intentional thought on putting the clothes away. When I walk into the room, there isn't any visual reminders of me having to put any clothes away. There aren't any containers, so there's nothing for me to put clothes on in besides the floor or my bed. So that's where they went. For lazy, I just have no desire. This was more of a psychological thing, where if I already saw clothes that were on the floor or the bed, I saw no point in trying to put my clothes away. It wasn't really going to make much of a difference. And then for the laundry or the wash, what I was doing was saving my clothes to do one marathon wash day. And what this caused was an overwhelming feeling. I really had too many clothes to put away at one given time. So this led me to thinking of ways I can improve. What can I actually introduce into my process to improve this? So for the autopilot, what I did is I purchased some storage bins, but more importantly, I placed them in my room. I strategically placed them along my wall so that as soon as I walk in my room, I can see that there's a place for me to set my clothes. And it was a 3-compartment laundry hamper I purchased, one for slightly used clothes that I could possibly use another day, the other compartment was for obviously dirty clothes that were going to have to be washed, and then a different compartment for my towels. This really did help, as I had a constant reminder as I entered my room, and I had some place to put my clothes away. For the shoes, what I did is I purchased an additional bin for just my work shoes. And so this allowed me to separate those from my other shoes that I don't use regularly or just on the weekends. And so I didn't have to rummage around, and it was really more of a pain to do that. So me buying a separate bin just for work shoes that I use every day was more efficient and was easier for me to do. And then I purchased a second bin to put on the outside to air out my tennis shoes. Because I rotate those, and so those went right outside to air out. To combat the physically tired, I decided that I would put away my items immediately upon removing from my body, instead of waiting till the end of the day like I usually do when I'm physically tired. So whether it be that I changed once or twice, no matter what, I took it off, I put it away. I took it off, I put it away. Same thing for the shoes. To combat the laundry marathon issue, what I did is that I broke laundry days down into 2 to 3 days a week instead of one big day. And this allowed me to put clothes away on smaller bunches. So that was doable, because instead of spending 1.5 hours putting clothes, folding and putting away, it only took me about 15 minutes when I did laundry more days out of the week. And finally, to combat the laziness, this was more of a psychological improvement when I saw that my other efforts were working and my floor, hamper area, and my bed were tidy. I wasn't lazy. I wanted to continue that and put things away as I took them off, and I didn't want to see any clutter or items not put away. So that sort of omitted my laziness. So during this analyze phase, let me go back one. Sorry here. I collected data from October the 23rd through the November 19th. That was 28 days. And this was the result. I chose to go with a control chart, a C chart, because my unit of measure was 1 day. So that was constant. And I clumped both my nonconformities of clothes and shoes. So it was nonconformity, not units. There's just the number of nonconformities. And so the most logical chart to use was the C chart. And here you'll see the top graph is during the measure phase, where I was consistently nonconforming throughout the 22-day period. The bottom chart, it's not very exciting to look at, but I had 0 nonconformities during the 28-day period. So everything is along the 0 line. This is another reason I didn't include a calendar to show you my data collection, because that would have been boring to look at. There were no nonconformities that I logged for the 28-day period. So it was a 100% success. My process was achieved. My improvement was achieved. My final thoughts at this point was that I've never before implemented this kind of systematic approach to changing a behavior. I have changed my habits, and it is working. I have 2 more weeks of data collection of improvement. I don't foresee me introducing any new improvement strategies at this point, but I'll still collect data. And if you have any suggestions on other ways I can display data, I'd be happy to hear them. Until next time, thank you.